Why am I still uploading these? Oh, that was supposed to be like I pulled a sheet off of the webcam, but it was so quick it was like I don't know, it looked dumb. Anyway, I don't know why we're still covering Black Summer. Some of y'all love it, some of y'all hate it. Some of y'all are like, well, it's something to watch. I guess I'm kind of currently in that boat. I haven't finished it yet. Maybe it'll blow my socks off later. But episode 3, I tell you what, I wanted to smack that. Wait, 30 seconds? I don't think you can curse in like the first minute of a YouTube video now. But anyway, I wanted to backhand episode 3 because they did something in this episode that drove me up a friggin' wall. All right, so I think I ruined the intro to this video. For those who don't know, you're watching a spoiler-filled review for Black Summer, a Netflix original. Season 2, Episode 3, called Card Game. There was one really cool aspect of Card Game, but I'm not going to keep saying the same negatives. The choppy, I don't mind when something, the editing is chopped up and yada, yada, yada. I don't think it works for this. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Episode 3 isn't any better. I think the choppy timeline frustrating the hell out of me. So we get a reveal. We get it from another perspective. This family apparently was in this house. Now this guy is, again, the way they do it, they do it like it's some type of exciting reveal, but this guy we saw just randomly die. And then we saw him as like a prisoner. And now we saw him before he got sent out to what would eventually kill him. And we're still putting the pieces together. But I don't know. It was so poorly done, I just don't even care. Like, this guy's already dead. The suspense is gone. They got like these suspenseful, tension-filled scenes. But the tension's not there because this guy died 2 episodes ago. Anyhow, so we see it from their perspective. They were in this house. And they're kind of prisoners now from this family. You got 2 sons and a crazy-ass mother. And there's a pounding on the door. Bang, bang, bang. And it ends up being the mother and daughter. And again, this is where episode 2 ended. And now we're seeing it from their perspective. So one cool little side of it is we don't know these people. I mean, they showed us it earlier. Hints of tension. But the mother and daughter show up. And you get a group of people that are like, oh, all right, come, you're here now or whatever. And now we're seeing that there's tension within that group of people. And they're like, come in, sit by the fire. And we can just tell by the body language, there's something different between the 2 nice people and the 3 suspect people. They're pretty sus. Anyhow, so they enter and it is kind of awkward. You get this awkwardness about it. We have this really asshole character, and you just can't wait for him to die. He's one of those assholes that is such an asshole, but he's so incredibly stupid that drives it into overboard to the nth degree. I don't think there's anyone that didn't want this character to die brutally. He's just pretty much complaining about everyone. These people are in touch with some plane group that drops supplies. Again, maybe it was me just not being honed in and excited for what I'm watching. I don't even know what's going on with supplies being dropped out here. Who's dropping them? Why are they dropping them? What is it for? And maybe is it for like the government type thing, like dropping some stuff to help people? I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out later, put the pieces together. But these people are contacting someone on the radio, and they're making an argument to go. And it's basically setting up who these people are, or telling us who these people are. Like, this group is separate from that group, 3 and 3. I forgot about the little old lady. They're separate. There's some friction. And it's weird friction where the mother and 2 sons is kind of sort of subtly threatening and taking over the house. Oh, shit. They must have guns. Yeah, they have guns. Just wait a second. So the daughter goes to the bathroom, and we see this guy who's like hiding in the house, and he's all like coked out. Yeah, he's like, oh, I found their shit, bro. He did the fattest line ever. She uses the bathroom. She comes downstairs. The husband is getting ready to make his little journey, and I want to get to this first. And the wife brings brings a gun. Yeah, brings a gun. So I'm watching this and I'm thinking, like, does that gun not have bullets? Well, if it didn't have bullets, why would he bring it with him? You can't threaten a zombie with a gun with no bullets. Maybe to, like, another human you can bluff them. So you mean to tell me they can have weapons, walk around with weapons, do whatever they want, and later we're going to find out she has a pistol just laying around. And so they got guns, and they're constantly being bullied, threatened, and harassed and interrogated, or just whatever. They're constantly under threat of violence or death from the mother and the two sons. And they got guns and shit just sitting around. They didn't do any sort of, oh my God, you know what, I'm going to go check the radio and bang, 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 die. You know, like, they don't do anything. And there's plenty of opportunity if you're watching it where the people aren't paying attention. Like, this guy's playing a card game. They can kill them all right now. Anyhow, the card game, there's an aspect I like. Real quick, though, so this guy comes over, he plays a card game, and it makes no sense. And I'm not even trying to figure it out. If I was really into the show, I would, what does it all mean? All I know is the mother and daughter somehow can tell each other what's going on using the card game, where they both make the decision to kill people later on using the card game. Or at least that's how it came off to me. I dug that a lot. I actually really like that. And I really like a scene tied into that coming up. But this is where the guy sits down and awkwardly is like, oh, you smell good. And then gets up and walks away. And that's where we get in episode 1 where she was all holding the gun and, do I smell good now? He should have said, like, yeah, you know. But that's where that came from. So needless to say, this guy runs outside and he has a gun. I don't know why. I don't know why any of these people don't just shoot the zombie that's outside messing with everyone. Later, we see them fighting multiple zombies, and they wait, and they get real close, and they shoot them in the head. Good. You know, it's dangerous, sure, but I don't know why any of these people don't just clap this damn zombie and get it over with. So they're still playing this card game. The families are just bickering back and forth. She goes up to get food. They're aiming guns at her. See how the tension is there? She had a gun. She gave her husband a gun. She's carrying an axe around. Later, she has a gun. It reveals she has a gun upstairs. I don't know where it is now because we don't see her with it. Let's double check together because when I watched it, it looked like she went for a gun. So yeah, they're harping about the radio. The son we know is now, wait, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. They're harping about the radio and she's like, oh, my daughter's staying inside with me. We're not going outside, yada, yada, yada. So she goes to do the radio and she tries to have a little heart-to-heart with this guy. I would say kind of character development. The only small little bit of character work in the background, the subtle stuff that I think adds a lot to good stories is this. We missed it. Where the brother comes up. No, we just missed it. The brother comes up and he's like, what the hell are y'all doing? Try the radio again and yada, yada, yada. Look in the background. You see the really piece of shit brother put the flashlight in the other brother's face. And again, this is background stuff that if they had consistent stuff throughout, I think this really, and it's the small subtle stuff, it really adds to it because, you know, it can build on character development if you're adding it in there. But the brother is like, what are you doing, Dick? So then he puts his flashlight in his face and he winces and then he goes back to his face and they're like, come on, bro. It fits with the brother dynamic. So they do have some character development with the brother and mother, and these people are going to be dead soon, spoiler alert. Plus, they're shit characters. And there's more character development with these two, I feel like, than most of the characters we're even rooting for.
Adult men.
So yeah, they were going to send her daughter out maybe to get wood. So she has this bickering back and forth about who's going out, and they end up sending the brother. And we know he's getting sent out anyway. I don't know why. Because, again, they showed us him stuck outside. So we know he's got to go outside sometime. And he's the one who goes out for wood. The zombie that everyone... He's got a gun, too. and he runs from the zombie. Instead of shooting the zombie in the head, he runs up a tree, and he stays there in the freezing cold all night. He's got a gun, by the way. Now, again, maybe he was bluffing. I don't know. But he had a gun. He had a revolver 3 different times in this show. So, oh, it's all blurry.
The fucking axe!
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. So the girl sets the axe down when they go up to use the radio. And when she was leaving, she's like, yo, I set my axe down. Right here, it's missing. And right away, anyone would be like, all right, hold up. That's something. But the idiot brother was like, no, let's go. We're going downstairs. The girl didn't think like, yo, that's... like, there's a big problem. I just set my axe down. Unless she thought maybe they took it off her.
The fuck are you two doing?
So this shit just hits the fan for a bit. They get into a big old squabble, highlighting the fact that he's a dick. So she goes upstairs. They hear a thing on the radio. This is where she suddenly reaches for... a gun. Yep, I knew it was a gun. It's a gun. But she gets blasted, so it doesn't matter. But she had a gun this whole time. She's been at this table like 2 or 3 times. The one guy was there not even paying attention. Now, maybe I need to watch it again. Maybe she was, trying to reach forward and she kept getting interrupted, but I doubt it. She waits until this motherfucker's like staring at her with a shotgun before she reaches for it. And she reaches for it in the most sus way possible. I don't know. Sometimes these characters, like, I would rather a character try to do something clever and be like, listen, wait a minute. I think I know what's going on with the radio connection. Is that antenna broke out that window? And the brother is like, is it? And then she pulls the gun. Or at least maybe she tries to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anything. And that's like a loose example. But anything other than just cursing at him, getting real aggressive, and then going for the gun. So here's where this episode just lost me altogether. He shoots the girl. The girl ends up biting her mother-in-law, I guess. And they're running around, and it's kind of cool because you get a little bit of zombie action. Well, the mother-daughter says, clear, and they watch out. And then look, she waits. The zombie, she's calm, cool, collected. Maybe she's warm now. She couldn't do this before, but bam. She waits until the zombie's in firing range, takes its head off. Done. Daughter's back there backing her up. Great. There's 2 zombies now. They couldn't do this with one before. And they could have sniped them. Or at least had a chance to snipe them before. It's just, what? Now, this is badass. Grandma's bit. Grandma's going to die anyhow. Sorry, Grandma, you're not going to be in Terminator, 7. Sorry, Grandma, you're not going to be in Halloween 4. You're done. So Grandma's gone. She loses. Wow, that's a wicked smile. That's what nightmares are made of. Half her face is missing. She's like, I'll come back for you, bitch. Anyhow, so she's done. Okay. At this point in time, the dangerous asshole survivors, the mother and daughter. The mother and son versus the mother and daughter. At this point in time, the mother and son just got attacked. Neither one of them has their gun or a weapon. They were using a pool stick and like a candlestick to fight, or a glass bottle. The dangerous people don't have guns at this moment. The overprotective mother with the daughter has the guns. The shotgun. At first I thought she had the son's shotgun, the dangerous son. But I'm thinking now she has her daughter's shotgun, her own shotgun. And her daughter's backing her up with the rifle. It looked like she took the son's shotgun and the daughter had her own shotgun. But we don't get a clear picture. Maybe we will get a clear picture here in a second. But So they got the guns. And we cut. Guess what happens? The dangerous people now have the guns. I mean, I'm trying to see. Yeah, she's got her shotgun. No, it is the scope. All right, so the daughter gave, the daughter's holding the scope with the rifle, and the mother has the daughter's shotgun. So the son still has a shotgun out there, but he didn't have it in his hands. He was fighting, he dropped it. He shot the girl, but when he was fighting the zombies, he doesn't have it. So when they cut this scene, they cut back, and he's got his shotgun now. That's where they lost me. He dropped his shotgun earlier. He's got a shotgun now. And they do all that instead of doing it in a clever way where he didn't lose his shotgun and maybe he was still a threat and she couldn't simply kill them. In 10 seconds, they just execute him anyway. And it's like, what? But the way they execute him, I like it because they're sitting there cold. And I understand, like, they're cold, so maybe they can't throw, like, this stuff. Maybe this has, like, paint and varnish and other shit that'll release toxic fumes or smoke you out to where you can't even be in the room. So what's the point of being warm if these fumes are coming off the shit in the house that you're burning? The one son went out for firewood, but none of these motherfuckers are breaking apart stuff that can be burned. Like, sure, don't throw the stuff in that has varnish and stuff that'll turn into fumes that'll smoke you out, make you sick and cough anyway. There's got to be books in this house. There's got to be paper. They have an office upstairs they were just at. There's a bunch of shit in this office they could. I mean, even like some of these desks, it might be worth it. Anything. I don't know. I don't think we get a good look at this office, but anything. So anyhow, they're sitting by the fire and they're freezing, and the mother and daughter play the card game, and then they put down what I assume is a code that says we're going to kill these people. And the mother puts it down, and then the daughter goes and confirms it. Yeah, they got to die. So she puts down her card, and, right after this, the son goes upstairs. He tries to do the radio thing. He hears a commotion downstairs, and this was my favorite part. Again, it's like, it's my favorite part, but there's almost nothing to it. So I guess the mother is like, the rations are gone, and she's freaking out. And this is quick. However, I would argue that the asshole son should have had like a cleaner camera-wise death, something. He's such an asshole. You should have done, just something, anything, because he's kind of like barely even on screen.
What's wrong? The rations are gone.
Yeah, here's where the rations are gone, and then they get bopped. And this moment I loved. Not just because they did a clever card game to execute them, but this. The aftermath. She's still a young girl yet. And she's still a mother yet. So she's like, don't look. They have this moment. That was probably my favorite part in the series so far. And again, it's small. It's a small thing. I like it. I like how it was done. Outside of the camera angle, I thought it was a little harsh. And I'm pretty sure that is it until this little fake out ending where we have the stranger upstairs who took the axe. He starts creeping around the house while they're sleeping, and he pulls the axe out. And I say it's a fake out ending, or no, he has the axe, but he walks in and finds them sleeping. I say it's a fake out because nothing happens from it. So it's one of those endings where it's like, it's just there to be an ending. I don't know why they do that shit when you binge watch if you were waiting a week, I can understand. Oh, all right. That makes sense. But when you're binge watching it and you're going to just pick up, I don't think they even pick up with, yeah, they don't even pick up with them. But when you're binge watching it and you pick up with, Oh, yeah, this one's really chopped up. This one is the one that frustrated the shit out of me. Where this guy... All right, we don't even find out till the end. Yeah, holy shit. Anyhow, yeah, the ending of this episode 3 was so dumb. It was just like a fake tease that's designed for a show that has like a waiting period in between. But when you're binging it and you go from that right to the next episode, it's pointless. Absolutely pointless. All right, thoughts and opinions about Black Summer episode 3 down in the comment box. For me at this point in time, it's kind of like it's a zombie show that's on, and I watch it looking for little moments that I'm going to like and pull some interest from. But as it currently stands, it's kind of on the lower end of zombie content for me. My interest, the characters, it's really on the lower end, and I don't foresee myself just falling in love with it anytime soon, but you never know. Maybe we'll check out the next episode coming up, but put your thoughts and opinions down below. I'm done talking, so it's your turn. I think I said that twice now. I don't know. I recorded these back to back, so I'm all over the place.